wondered why the market always goes against you? Many times after you've bought a share, then share prices started to drop. Is it because that the market doesn't like you? How do we overcome this situation then? M+Wiz, which alerts on potential entry for trending stocks, might do the trick for you. Is that all for the Wiz feature? Not at all. To find out more, please visit us at mplusonline.com/wiz. Have you ever wondered why the market always goes against you? Many times after you've bought.
Hello. All right. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. This Elke here with you guys today on our weekly market updates. All right. Okay. Before I start the section today, thank you very much for joining our section today. And if you guys would help me with the voice check, I would be really much appreciate. Okay. Can you guys hear me? All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay. So if you can hear me, please do reply on under the comments. The comments. Yep. Hi. Good afternoon, Bernard, Ganesh, Jennifer. You are here. All right. Okay. Good afternoon. Okay, Chan. Yep. Okay, voice. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's look at our local index today. After a rally on Friday, our index is actually being hammered and went as low as 7.62 points to 1523. So I believe many of you guys might have the might wonder, last Friday the Dow Jones, the US stocks, all this, they have been rallying well, and why we are not seeing that happening in our market today? In fact, if you trade through the opening market, we can see that the FBM KLCA actually attempted to rally at the opening. It opened lower and went into green at the opening. Unfortunately, the gain wasn't sustainable. We are seeing more profit taking coming in, and that actually caused our FBM KLCI came down, and resulted in a down by 7.62 points right down. Okay, so for me, I would think that this is pretty much expected because, to be honest, we are still seeing some uncertainties, especially on the political side with the Malacca elections going on. We are expecting Malacca elections very soon, and also Sarawak elections, and yeah, so all this add up some of the uncertainty happenings on the local front, and also we are seeing the weakness in the energy, the crude oil prices, and also the lack of momentum in the crude palm oil. Okay, so if we look at across the index today, okay, all this index today, we can see the key decliners. We would see that is from plantation and also energy. Okay, plantation and also energy. And if we look at our gainers and decliners today, we can see it's very obvious that the selling pressure it is really there. We see 500 plus counters down and only 300 counters up as of the afternoon sessions. Okay, so if we look into the top, look into the listing as well. Okay, we can see that the one that's gaining momentum is healthcare. Okay, healthcare up by 1.38%, and also construction is up by 1%. So these are the two index that are performing today. And why is it so? One of the thing for healthcare wise, we can see under the top gainers, we are seeing quite a number of glove related counter like Hata, like Avanta, Top Glove, Kosan, all these things they are coming up. Okay, even we can see Supermax was having a little bit more negative news over the weekend, whereby the Canada also are not using their glove while they are waiting for the clearance on the forced labor allegations issues. But still, we are seeing Supermax are moving higher today. Okay, and if we look back into the charts, if we look into the charts, let's say if we look into Hata, okay, if we look into Hata, as we can see, the current price for Hata, basically it is somewhere around here. That is that is at the price level of pre-COVID or beginning of COVID. Okay, so despite that, the all these glove companies, they have such a run the increase in their glove price. the increased demand, they have been distributing good dividends, yet the share price has came back to the pre-COVID levels, which many of all these long-term investors, they might see it um, as a low price level, okay, as a low price level. So that's why we are seeing when there is some buying interest coming in, especially after last Friday rebound, uh, there would be incurred more and more buying interest coming in on these glove counters. Okay, especially we are seeing the glove counters are forming a support and a base, a potential bottoming base coming. Okay, however, we still do not deny that the chances of glove price to continue to go lower might be still there. Okay, I read through quite a number of research reports. They are still views. They are views that the glove price is likely to go lower in coming months. So hence, we shall hence we might continue to see glove companies reported a slower or even a lower results on their upcoming QR. Okay. However, we ask when the market is going on on bearish move on across most of the sectors today, we are seeing some of the hot money going back into this defensive sector, defensive industry, and then start to have some rebounding move. Okay, especially we are seeing some of the like let's say for Hata, their dividends of more than 30 cents is gonna X on this upcoming Wednesday. Okay, and that could be a reason why they are stronger buying interest on Hata Lega compared to Top Glove and also Avanta Audis. Okay, so besides glove counters, we are also seeing some of the construction. We from the index we can see constructions stocks are moving higher. Okay, one of the reason I will believe so is I was coming across this news whereby Gamuda was talking about potential of the ML3 project again, and that could be the reason. That could be the reason why that triggers some of the trading interest into construction counters like Gamuda. Okay, yeah. So if we look into our daily pick, okay, you can see that most of our stocks that we focus for today, they are more skewed towards technology and also plastic packaging. And not to forget, we also covered construction for under Chinhin and also some furnitures under Evergreen. Okay, and why is it so? If we look at the performance of the US stocks on last Friday, we are seeing Nasdaq actually way much performing compared to another two blue chips index like Dow Jones 30 and also S&P 500. Okay, and how about is the outlook for our local index? Okay, if we look at our FBM KLCI index, okay, this is the chart for our FBM KLCI index. We are actually seeing that the index has broke below the trend line that we previously drew. Okay, so once this trend line is break, okay, and we are not seeing the rebound happening. Okay, we can see today the rebound is just touched the trend line and immediately reverse. Okay, we can see this is a valid strong and it's a strong trend line that we are looking at. The rebound, okay, the breakout, pullback and rebound. Okay, so this this trend line is a valid trend line whereby if we continue to see FBM KLCI to break below 1517 levels, the chances of it going lower will be very much higher because this will be the break of trend line and we might see it form into a downward trend line towards previous low at 1484. Okay, so at this point, my view on our FBM KLCI is more towards sideways bearish. Okay, sideways bearish. If we don't see an immediate rebound back above 1535 in next few days. Okay, shall the rebound and positiveness on FBM KLCI continues, we should see in the next 2 days, the FBM KLCI, the index should rebound above 35 to 1540 levels and above. Yeah. Okay, and hopefully if we are seeing any strong rebound right here, it should be a strong one to cover the gap to 1560 levels. Okay, so do monitor closely on our what is our doing of our FBM KLCI, because it is very crucial for next this week is very crucial for our FBM KLCI, whereby if it break below, we are likely to see further selling below 1500, and if it able to rebound above 1535 to 1540, we might see a short term buying, a strong one, to push it to 1560 levels. Okay, so that would could be a factor that determine the market sentiment in short term. All right. Okay, so on the other hand, remember last week we were talking about that we are looking at technology index. Okay, so we are still seeing technology index is hovering near the top. Okay, and last Friday is a good rebound, and today is continuing to rebound higher on our technology index, and that is one of the reasons why we have picked the technology as one of the core sector that we are looking at today. Okay, so if we look at some of the technology counters that we have today, we are still being positive on QS, with the price rebounded from the low of 73 cents, and it formed a higher low at 77 cents and potentially to pressure higher. Okay, we can see the buying interest, the volume is recovering, and as with the today breakout of above 81 cents, we shall see a potential buying to 89 to 90 cents levels. Okay, yeah. Despite that, although the sentiment is a little bit weaker today. Okay, so for those for our Whisper subscribers, for if you follow, you might want to put your stop at 77 cents, or for swing traders, then you might look at 72 to 73 cents as your stop loss. Okay, otherwise the whole formation is still very healthy, with the price staying above the 20 days moving average. Remember my for those who follow my previous webinar, this actually matched the MA rebound strategy. Okay, with the increasing volume traded, and we might see a swing move towards 80, 89 to 90 cents. Okay, and besides QS, we also have Sedania. Okay, Sedania also had a rally. Okay, with volume a rally returning back above 20 days moving average and forming the rebound. Okay, so with the volume increasing, Sedania might see a short-term rebounding to 80 cents to 84 cents level. Okay, and not to forget about Wong. Okay, Wong had a small flat formation right over here. Okay, small flat formation right over here, and then it had the breakout. Okay, with this breakout and forming into a small hammer on top of the 1.89 ringgit level, it stands a good chance to test the 2 ringgit area. So for short-term trading, you still can look into Wong for a continuous buying momentum to 2 ringgit level, or even if the market sentiments allow, it might even test the 2 ringgit 60 cents level. Okay, however, the stop for Wong, we will be looking at 1 ringgit 79 cents and below. And for those who are actively trading on last Friday markets, we are seeing some of the plastic packaging counters like BP Plastic, okay, Dongguan, okay, some of it like SCGM, okay, SCGM, okay. Today SCGM continue to break out and move higher, okay. Syntax making quite a strong move on last Friday. All right, so for those who are interested in plastic packaging counters, you might want to watch out for this week to see if there's any continuation move. Okay, because we can see that like for example XCGM is just starting to trend well after it has break above the 2 ringgit 64 levels after it has consolidated for almost past 6 months. Okay, so we are seeing plastic packaging counters, they are starting to take to making some move, to make some move. Okay, so plastic packaging industry might be one of the industry that could move for the next few weeks. Okay, so do monitor closely on it. All right. Okay, so if we look at some of the construction counters, okay, like Gamuda. Okay, so how Gamuda looks like is we can see that Gamuda is sitting near the support of 2 ringgit 96 cents to 3 ringgit levels, and it had some rebound. Okay, however, if you do follow the way that if we monitor if there's any trend or not, okay, we actually are seeing that Gamuda is likely to stay in this ranging mode. Okay, to stay in this ranging mode, whereby the resistance it could come at somewhere at 3 ringgit 25 cents. So if you want to trade on the bargain hunting on construction counters, and you are willing to take the risk, then for Gamuda wise, you might want to pocket some of your profits if the price come above 3 ringgit 20 cents. All right, because at this point of time, we are still yet to see a very strong trend on Gamuda. Okay, and as for construction index, you can see it's very similar. It's more towards sideways rather than a strong trending. All right, okay, because previously early of October, we are anticipating, we are speculating that there might be some not to say the market is speculating and hoping there might be some signals for construction companies during the budget 2012 2022. Okay, however, that doesn't happen, and that actually uh drove the construction index lower. Okay, and all these construction stocks, they experience some certain degrees of profit taking. Okay, so right now it's more towards technical rebound after the recent selling. Okay, so I can see that there are quite a number asking about the some oil and gas and also pump counters. Okay, as we all know, the energy index, and also the pump plantations, they are the weaker sectors today. So if we look at the CPO charts, you can see at this point of time, the CPO chart is more towards skewed towards going on a corrective move. Okay, it's more towards a corrective move after the rally. Okay, so for this CPO, unless we are seeing a strong break above 5,000 ringgit per metric ton, and able to stay above 5,060 levels. Okay, 5,060 ringgit levels, then we might see a continuation upside. Otherwise, it might come to the support of 45,000 or 4,500 levels. Okay, and not to forget, plantation counters. Although they would be benefited from the strong CPO price. Okay, we can see the CPO price has been moved from beginning of the year from 3,008 all the way up to 5,200 area. But we do have to take into the consideration that plantation companies, they also experience issue on foreign labors. They are have facing the shortage of foreign labor, and other industry like furnitures that facing for shortage of foreign labor, they will be affected by this issue as well. Okay, and plantation is one of the sectors that is very labor intensive, and that would wait into their quarterly result as well, especially when the CPO price start coming lower from the high, and that could be shows that could be a little bit more significant. Okay. However, with the recent pullback on the plantation sectors, okay, for those who wish to trade on bargain hunting, you do want to look for some of the oversold signals to buy on oversold and hope that it might rebound on the quarterly result, because the quarterly result is likely still be healthy and favorable given the strong CPO price. All right, but for this kind of strategy, I would suggest that you want to implement along with the indicator RSI. Okay, let me take off MACD. Okay, RSI, and also apply it on those better fundamental, strong fundamental kind of counters. Okay, so for, let's say, for Sun Plantation, if we look at Sun Plantation wise, we are seeing Sun Plantation is hitting the short-term support at 3.87 ringgit, and then it is entering the oversold region. Okay, so if anytime if we see a very sharp drop below 3.80 ringgit and form into a tail, a reversal signal, then that could be a signal for a bargain hunting. Okay, but just to be aware that this is a very strong pullback after recent rally, so we need to be careful. So this is if you are doing that, then you know that once you see money, then you might want to take profit and get out. Okay. All right. Okay. So if we look at some of the oil and gas counter, okay. Done talking about plantation. If we talk about the crude oil, okay. If we look at the U.S. oil, we can see U.S. oil on the daily chart. This is a significant bearish reversal signal, and the price continued pressure lower, and that actually caused some of the speculators on the oil and gas counters, they are cutting loss, and they are exiting their position. So, okay, with this significant reversal signal near the $85. All right. So for those who are monitoring closely on the U.S. oil, what you want to look at it is look if the U.S. oil price able to hold above 78 bucks and form a rebound from here. If that happen, we might still see the oil price to go into consolidation rather than a strong selling down. Okay. However, if we look into Fibonacci retracement, okay, if we place Fibonacci retracement all the way down to the starting of the rally, okay, the pullback, the expected pullback that might happen for the oil price, it might come to 76.3 bucks. Okay, 76.3 dollars. Okay, so there might be a little bit still a little bit strong, more downside for the oil price. Okay, so if we look into some of the oil counter like hibiscus, okay, we can see hibiscus has break below the support of 85 cents, 86 cents, 85 and 86 cents. And for if you're doing short-term trading, then you might want to really consider to cut loss your position and look if it able to find the support somewhere around 76 to 79 levels, okay, to buy back if you are still having a positive view on the oil price. As for Heng Yuan wise, if you look at Heng Yuan previously, it attempted to rebound around here, and it was holding well at 4.18 ringgit. But we are not seeing any strong signal of buying on Heng Yuan, okay, but just support at 4.17 ringgit. So if it anytime if we break below, the selling might continue and go as low at 3.72 ringgit. Yeah, okay, Casey. Okay, Casey is he was asking about Heng Yuan. Okay, that's another one instance. Okay, Instant wise, despite the very high target from Maybank Investment at above 10 ringgit, we are seeing the rally on instant has halted recently, and it's pressuring towards the support of 5 ringgit 70 cents. Okay. However, for instant wise, we are still seeing the uptrend remains intact, and at this level, 5 ringgit 70 cents, we can see 5 ringgit 70 cents is actually a strong level for Yinsen. Okay, you can see there are quite a number of supports and resistance right over here, and this is also another strong levels for Yinsen. Okay, yeah. So you can see 6 ringgit 33 cents. So that's why previously on previous rally it just hit on 6 ringgit 33 cents and then sideways, and then reversal. Okay, so for instance, we might see the price trading in sideways between 5 ringgit 73 cents to 6 ringgit 33 cents. However, if we see the breakdown, the price break below 5 ringgit 70 cents, then we might see Inson to test the next support at 5 ringgit 40 cents area. Okay, yeah, so that would be something that you want to monitor. Okay, for Inson. Okay, so that will be our view on oil and gas and also plantations and the sectors to monitor. For us, we will still looking closely on technologies in index still hovering at the high, and we are seeing some rebound on the healthcare since last Friday. As for bargain hunting and some of other sectors that are moving is plastic packaging, which you might want to monitor for this week, for these 2 weeks, and furniture also moving very strongly recently. Okay, especially with the listing of the recent IPO listing of shit, I forgot the name. Okay, the recent IPO listing of one of the furniture stocks, and also we are seeing strong movement in like Tuffy. Okay, Signature also making quite a strong movement recently. Okay, yeah, and a few of the furniture stocks, a few of other furniture stocks. Okay, if we talk about furniture stocks, one of the furniture stocks that personally I'm looking at it. Okay, it would be Jacob. Okay, yeah, Jacob is it has some increase in the volume and also rebounding from the bottom after the price able to stay above the 20 days moving average. Okay, and it has quite some upsides towards the area of 1 ringgit 86 cents, and that would give me a good risk and reward ratio of 7.2% upsides versus a 5.2% downsides. Okay, yeah, and this one actually have a further upside to 28 cents, which is previous high, and that would give us a 16.2%. Okay, so if you are trading on Jacob, then you might want to parcel some when the price able to come to 1 ringgit 86 cents, and the next one you try to aim for 2 ringgit area. Okay, and in under the comments I also see quite a number. The some asking about Taffy. Okay, Kenny asked about Taffy, and I also remember seeing Mr. Liao also asked about Taffy. Okay, Cherry asked about Evergreen. Okay, yeah, Evergreen is one of our pick today. Okay, yeah, Evergreen is one of our pick today, and you can see previously I have already put this is where we are looking Evergreen at 44 cents, and we expect the rally to continue today. Okay, it moved 45 to 46 cents higher, 45 to 46 cents 1 cent higher, and as long the price continue to stay above 41 cents, I would say that this is still on an upward trend towards 48.5 cents to 51.5 cents. Okay, Yeah, yeah, Mr. Tan, Ecomat, yeah, Ecomat was the recent IPO. Okay, Ecomat opened at 70 cents and then sell down to 45 cents and rebounded to stay above 50 plus cents area. Okay, so for new IPO, at this point, 50 plus cents, I would say that there's not too much view on the Ecomat from the technical side because we only have a few candles. But what we know about Ecomat is the P valuation is much higher than its peers. So at 50 plus cents, the P is still considered a bit high. Okay, so if you are trading on Ecomat, if you're looking to trade on Ecomat, then you can look for 5 ringgit 65 cents as an area to buy on breakout. Okay, however, knowing that based on the PE is higher than its peers, then we do know that we want to take a faster profit or you want to stop loss if the price didn't sustain and break below 53 cents. Okay, and for those who managed to get the IPO and did not manage to sell at 70 cents and you are still holding it, then you do really want to identify that you can put 50 cents area as your immediate support to get out, or the low of 43.5 cents. Okay, yeah, because if it break below 43.5 cents, we might see a little bit more selling pressure to come in. Okay, and another one, Mobilia. Okay, another one, Mobilia, that Ganesh asked. We can see Mobilia is just trading on sideways at this moment. Okay, but one good thing is we can see it is rebounding above 27 cents area, the adjusted price. Okay, after the corporate actions. Okay, which is appears to be the strong levels. So we might see Mobilia to retest 30 cents area, but we need the price to stay above 27 cents and we break higher, then we might see further upside for Mobilia. Okay. Um, okay. If we continue to look into some of the furniture like home rates. Nothing too much to view on that, Mr. Liao. And if we look into SNC wise, SNC after the share split, okay, after the share split, the share price basically is trying to find a direction where it should go. Okay, at this point, we are not seeing any strong direction on SNC, and this level 74 cents area, 75 cents area is proven as a strong levels for SNC. Okay, Mieko wise, Mieko, no, not really. Don't have any much transaction happening. Okay, it's very quiet and topish coming back low, coming down. Okay, it's a downward counters. Okay, so nothing too much worth looking at it for Mieko. Okay, yeah. So Tuffy. Okay, Tuffy wise, we are seeing Tuffy going to move higher, and last Friday it reported a strong result, which contributed to a very strong rally today. Okay, however, one thing that we want to be cautious is Tuffy. The price from current price, the Tuffy actually has moved quite far away from the 20 days moving average, and we might see some normalize in the price, whereby meaning the price could go sideways or even retrace to catch up with the 20 days moving average. Okay, yeah. So for those who having Tuffy, you manage to bought its lower price, then you really want to consider that you might want to take some of your profits, put your profits into the market, into your pocket after the recent rally. Okay, yeah. Uh, okay, I remember I seeing Helmi is asking about the MSCI portfolio rebalancing. Yeah, so if we look at into this, we can see this is what announced on last Friday. MSCI Global Standard Index. We have the additions of Inari moving from small cap index, okay, to Global Standard Index, and then we had the additions of CTOS, Hong Seng, and Kosan Supermax from Global Standard Index to small cap index. Okay, so from here, I would say that the buying in the it is positive. It is positive for Inari, okay, and also Inari has shown a strong result on last Friday, okay, and with the breakout of 4 ringgit finally above the 4 ringgit, we might see the Inari continue trend higher as long the price are able to hold above 4 ringgit, okay. Yeah. Okay. No, Ilmas is asking about the solar sector. Yeah, solar sector is one that we haven't been covering much. Okay. Pekat, I think Pekat announced a news. They Pekat. Yeah, Pekat secures a 15 years power purchase agreement. Okay, that's a positive news for Pekat. And for Pekat wise, we can see Pekat has been trading on sideways after the IPO listing. Okay, so you can see earlier in July when it break below the opening, the IPO listing low, the the further selling comes in and pressure to near to 65 cents, and right now it's just going on sideways. Okay, however, we do know that this is the range. Okay, this is pretty much the range for the per cut. Okay, if you want to be a little bit more conservative, then it's 80 cents, but you can look at 80 to 83 cents. So given the positive news and also the rebound, we can see the rebound from the support holding above moving average. We might see the cut to test 80 cents or even 83 cents in a near term. Okay, for per cut. And if we look at some items wise, some items wise, we can see today is a shooting star. Okay, a shooting star or an inverted hammer, and we might see a little bit more selling pressure coming in or continue to go sideways. Okay, it tried to trade higher, but it was resisted by the 200 MA, and also the buying interest is not as strong. Okay, profit taking has weighed in. DNX wise, DNX is one of the counter that I has been monitoring last week very closely because DNX has broken above the, you can see the box that previously we drew, and it continued pressure higher. Okay, so what I'm hoping for DNX is it continued to stay above 80 to 82 cents and then continue break higher. We might see 90 cents or even 99 cents for DNX. Okay, overall the view on DNX is very positive right now as long the price able to stay above 77 cents. Okay, however, if we see the selling to come in and break below 77 cents, then we will speculate that the DNX is likely to continue to trade on sideways, and it might even go lower to test the range bound low at 66 to 69 8 cents. Okay. Yeah, so I see Mr. Liao asked about Kosan. Okay, so let's talk about some of the outlook on the glove counters today, since we are seeing quite a number of glove counters move today. Okay, if we look into the Kosan, okay, if we look into Kosan, what happened in Kosan is we are still seeing Kosan below the 20 days moving average. Okay, it is still below 20 days moving average, and we are yet to see any strong rebound above the moving average. Okay, so for me, I would say that Kosan is still on a downtrend, and that is the reason why I've been saying that all these Kosan, Hatalega, Top Glove, all these glove counters, they are more towards they are bargain hunting, they are rebound rather than it's going into an uptrend. Okay, if we compare to Avanta wise, Avanta is a much stronger move. Okay, it has rebound back above the 20 days moving average. Okay, so what we are seeing right now is the speculative trading are stronger because all these smaller player of the glove counters glove industry, they are making a stronger move, like Avantar, like K Plus, and also like Comfort, rather than the big boys like Hatalega, like Top Glove. They also rebound, but the magnitude of the rebounds, it was stronger on the small cap. Okay, so I would say that it's more towards speculative trading at this point of time, taking advantage of the rebound, of the technical rebound, bargain hunting and trading into it, rather than this is a rebound and from the bottom and turning into uptrend. Okay, so usually after the selling prices slow down like this, what we are seeing on Top Glove, we are seeing a bullish divergence happening. Okay, a bullish divergence happening. Okay, if we take off RSI and put on MACD, and it is likely to show us the same thing. Okay, you can see this is a bullish engulfing, bullish divergence happening, and that actually indicates the slowing in the selling momentum. All right, so usually when the selling momentum slow down on a sell trend, the share might go into a certain period of accumulation, a sideways movement, rather than turning into a strong uptrend. So I would say that for those investors or those who still looking into glove counters, you might want to be careful trading, and you do not want to be too greedy. And once you see money, you might take some of your profits out. Okay, yeah, because the trend might still unestablished and still weak at this moment, at this point of time. Okay, yeah. So if we look into of the counters that we gonna look in today. Okay, Mr. Leong is asking about ATA. Okay, if we look into ATA IMS, ATA IMS had a gap down and also pressure lower today, and the reason is because of the quarterly result that it reported. Okay, it was a loss, it was a losses that they reported, and that actually changed the landscape of the whole structure. Okay, of the technical outlook. Okay, so with this gap down, you can actually see it as a strong selling, and as it pressuring the supports around 2 ringgit 10 cents, 12 to 15 cents area, we might see further selling pressure to 2 ringgit area or even lower. Okay, or the next support will be somewhere around 1 ringgit 78 to 1 ringgit 80 cents. Okay, as for revenue, which dragged by the happenings of their partnership packs, okay, we are seeing the selling in the revenue since last week. Okay, and it turned into a downtrend. Okay, so for revenue at this point of time, 43 to 150 cents area is a potential support, but the strong one, it might only come at somewhere at 1 ringgit 30 cents. So for revenue wise, it's still more towards a downtrend, heading downwards. Okay, so at 150 cents, this area we can see this is some of the previous high. We might see a short-term rebound, some bargain hunting after its recent selling down from 178 cents. Okay, but it could be a short-term rebound that short-lived and then could continue pressure lower, but it might be in a slower momentum. Okay, all right. So I go through some of the if I go through some of the inquiries, okay, I can see quite a number is asking about Jack. Okay, we are seeing Jack is trading higher. Okay, the Jack is rebounding and trading above the range bound area. Okay, with the with the recent recovery interest in the steel price, aluminum, and all this interest into the metal related stocks. Okay, so if as long the commodity price able to sustain, we might see a continuous trading interest into Jack. Okay, into Jack, and as long the price able to hold above the range bound area above 38 cents, we might see further rebound to 42.5 cents, or further resistance at 52 cents. Okay, so another one that you could monitor will be PMB Tech. Okay, which I found it also formed a support at 12 ringgit and rebounding, attempting to stay above the 20 days moving average. Okay, all right. Okay, let me look into some of the counters. Okay. Yeah, so one, I talked about plastic packaging stocks earlier. Okay, so Peter is asking about Tanko property. Okay, if property stocks, if we look at Tanko wise, I would say that we can see Tanko is pretty much just going on one-way directions, and it's moving higher with a slowing in the average trading volume. So um, this is telling us the slowing down in the momentum. So we want to be careful on Tanko. Okay. Inchino Iman is asking about CKD. Okay, CKD wise, it's hovering near the high. Okay, it's hovering near the high, and recently we still seeing some buy interest above 94 cents. So as long the price continue to hold well above 20 days moving average or above 85 cents, then I would say that the potential it might trade higher as long it able to um, close above 1 ringgit area. Uh, Stay above 1 ringgit area. Okay. HPMT. Okay, for HPMT wise is we are seeing some of the good volume occurring on HPMT, but every time after the strong volume, the sell down came in. Okay, so it might it might trading on a accumulation basis. Okay, rather than on a strong trend for HPMT. So for you who trade HPMT, Mr. Chia, then you might want to be a bit patient. Okay, whereby it might only come after a certain period of time. Okay, Jojin is asking about Pastag. Okay, if we look into Pastag wise, up despite the recent breakout of 422 cents, the upward movement wasn't sustainable. Kept at 127 cents to 130 cents level and make a strong reversal. Okay, so I would say they could be quite a number of people got caught around here, and this selling could be the selling on the contra liquidations. Okay, a contra liquidation. Hence, we might see the price to continue to test the 1 ringgit 11 cents, or it might even break lower to 1 ringgit 07 for the short term speculators to exit the position before we're able to see a more significant move in Pastag. So for Pastag, it's more towards a downwards movement. Okay, yeah. Okay, Rose, and also just now I saw another one asking about the view on the healthcare Kamaru. Okay, yeah. So I have mentioned on the glove sector earlier. Okay, glove sector and also healthcare, all this, which I was mentioning that it's more towards technical rebound at this point of time, especially like for glove industry, glove counters. So it could be the buying from long-term investors to from long-term investor on bargain hunting. So unless we are seeing a more sustaining price above the certain levels forming a higher low, otherwise I would say that the gloves or healthcare might still continue to go into a sideways movement rather in turning into a long long-term upward trend. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna just take another two more. Okay, for today. Okay, I can see Ganesh is asking about WCT. So let's look into this counters. Okay. Um, okay, for WCT wise, it's very similar with Gamuda, whereby we are seeing the rebound after it set a footing at around 58 cents, 58, 59 cents, mildly below the support of 60 cents and attempting to rebound. Okay, so like I said, this more towards a bargain hunting rebound rather than a strong move, strong uptrend rally. Okay, so for WCT wise, we might see the rebound to 63 cents or 66 cents, but this could be a weak one. So if you do a short term trading, you see money, you might want to take money. Okay, and the last one, if we look at LC Titan. Okay, Aussie Titan wise, it has adjustment on dividends. Okay, dividend on last Friday, and the price continue pressure lower. Okay, it was quite a significant dividend for LC Titan, and for those who bought on dividends, they could profit taking after the dividend announcement. Okay, so for LC Titan wise, it's more towards a sideway, and ranging, hitting the support right now at 2 ringgit 46 cents. Okay, yeah. All right, so that will be all for our section today. So to wrap up, okay, healthcare is experiencing good buying interest, but it more towards technical rebound or short-term bargain hunting. Okay, so for those who are trading on healthcare glove counters, you might want to be a little bit conservative, see money, take money. Meanwhile, some other sectors to look at would be furnitures, plastic packaging, which might be good for a short term trading. Okay, and not to forget about technologies, which still trading on an uptrend. As for the FPM KLCI index, remember we want to monitor very closely for this week because it could be a very crucial week to determine whether our FPM KLCI index is going to have a strong rebound or a further selling to 1480 levels. Okay, so do monitor closely on the performance of our blue chips index this week for the next coming few days. And also for plantations and energies, they are on the weaker side. But for those who wish to trade on the quarterly earnings, you might want to look into some bargain hunting on those oversold plantation counters. Okay, with good fundamentals. All right. Okay. So that will summarize what we have been discussing and talking about this week. And thank you very much for joining our section. And if you like our section, please do give us like and share our video out. Okay, so your friends or whoever who wish to know what's the outlook for this week, be able to view it after our live section ends. They can play back. All right. Okay. So thank you very much and have a good week ahead. Thank you. Bye bye.